Okay, so today is Sunday. I'm back working on the SS16. Gotta get that snowblower painted up because you know, we have snow outside that needs to be blowed again. So it's not too major. I could use a shovel or even that machine there. But anyway, I'm going to start sanding it down so I can get it ready for paint. I just went to Princess Auto and picked up some of these sanding, you know, sandpaper things for the drum or for the die grinder here. So they pretty sweet. They just twist on, just like that. 120 grit. So I've used these before. They lost. I should be able to do the whole front, I'm guessing, with 2 of them. It's just a standard blue point angled die grinder. Anyway, I'll start sanding. I'm going to actually remove the entire machine, or remove the 4 bolts, and I'll paint it up after. But anyway, show you as I go along how it looks. Anyway, I'm purposely only using about 70 psi, so I find it a little bit easier. I don't need to get any, you know, dust flowing in my eyes or anything. So I could crank it up if I want to, but you know, don't need it this time. It doesn't look too bad, so I'll continue doing it and I'll let you guys know once it's done. Well, not once it's done, but once I'm done grinding. How's that? Okay, so I got to move it to get to the other side. Yeah, I can just, you know, push it out by hand, but I'll just start it up, do a cold start video. I got the front of the snowblower half unplugged on the front there, so might not lift proper. Well, I guess it kind of does. A little bit of choice. Now I can at least get to the front of it and work on it. Sweet. Okay, so I got it off. You can see that it's pretty dented up on the bottom there. Especially right here, there's a pretty good dent. And it's actually a pretty thick lip. So I'm going to take out my hammer and dolly and kind of try to straighten out that stuff. Now that I got it off the tractor, I can also maybe weld that in a bit better there. Hard to say. It looks pretty good. Yeah, I know it looks shitty, but what do you expect? So, probably see better there some of my ugly repairs. So, whatever. And filling in this at the back. So, anyway, it's going to work. Well, it does work. I already tried it. So now I got finished sanding down the whole back panel here. I'm going to take off this other leg here. So, and try to get it so it actually cuts straight. Oh, blows snow straight. How's that sound? Anyway, got that all just hanging there for now. So I'd like to get a snowplow for this, but I guess for this year I'll play around with the snowblower. So anyway, a little bit more time and I should have this all straightened out hopefully at the bottom. Have it sanded down and get a coat of paint going on it. So you can see the old owner hit something pretty hard right there. So I had to explain that big dent up in there. It's kind of worn away now over the years. Now you can actually see how loose that chain is. I know it's probably still kind of hard to see in there, but there you go. You can see how it bends down. So look at that. Now you can see what I mean about having to change the chain. So of course I just wanted to try it first. So you can see there's I'll zoom this out a bit. You see at the back wall there my welds that I did. I welded on this end also. So I'm going to actually probably take this out because you can hear that horrible noise coming from it. So I'm going to pull it out, check it out, see what shape it's in internally. So I'm sure there's, I guess, bearings in the middle of the shaft. I'm not too sure exactly how it works. So I'll pull it out, see what I can do. Fun. Okay, so I got it out now. The bushings on the side actually don't look to be that bad, just dry. I mean, there's almost, well, there's the shaft from the center there. It just has brass bushings, so there's no bearings on this. The brass bushings were just completely dry. There's like 0 oil in it, so yeah, I could have just put some oil down the holes there and gave it some oil, but you know. I don't see any shear pins on this thing. So the sprocket is just welded directly to that. As far as I can see, there's no shear pin on it. So that little bolt that came onto there was just a little tiny stubby guy like this. So that's no shear pin. I'm guessing it just, if you hit something hard, the belt's meant to slip is what I'm guessing. So, or of course rip the entire freaking gearbox off it like it has been doing. So anyway, now you can see some of the welds here, how shitty they look. This is the back side. This here I actually filled in from the bottom, and you can see it needs the grinding in a couple spots, which I knew the blade would hit it. I just kind of thought that, you know, it would hit it and just kind of wear out where it needs to go. One more thing I might do is the front beak here. I'm not sure if it used to come with a bigger panel here, but I might weld like maybe some kind of big bracket on it, or put some kind of mud flap on the front. Or something. I'd have to kind of wait till it's back on the tractor. Something that stops the snow from getting thrown forward out of it. But anyway, I'll give this a quick buzz down, and then I'll rocker guard the shit out of it. So, yeah. So like I said, the bushings were just very dry, and that's pretty much it. And of course the chain needs a new chain. So, but I don't know if I'll get to doing that today. You can see how dented that bottom is there, so I just want to kind of push that down a tiny bit. So you can see right here, this whole back piece right here, from there to there is about a 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch. No, that's about a 1/4 inch higher, so seam's starting to let go here too. Anyway, I'll see what I can do. Okay, so I gave that just a quick sanding real quickly, and that's 1 can so far. And it just did the bottom, and that's the crank there. And I'm not going to bother doing the actual tumbler or whatever the hell you want to call it. So I'm going to let this dry for an hour. I'm going to go in for a bit, take a break, eat lunch. And also, you see this? Ugh, that's made of like dirty hair. That was actually shoved in between that corner, like this here, but on the other side. Yeah, that's just hair. That's not meant to be there. It's pretty sick, eh? So, anyway, yeah, there's like a nylon washer and then a metal washer on both sides. So I'll be getting this back together hopefully today. And I actually have quite a bit of snow outside to try it on. And the grader went down the back lane, so there's about a 1-foot hill across the back lane. So have to see if I can destroy it on that. I might want to let this dry for more than 1 day before I try it. But anyway. That's the end of this for a couple hours. Well, I got to go buy some more bed liner. I am out. Had a little bit of a mess on the floor, but that'll wear off in time. I got to go buy another can of it because I still got to do that piece. So anyway, time to go buy another can. Sweet. Okay, so I got home a few minutes ago. Made it to Crappy Tire before they closed. Picked up another can of Easy Liner. It's done-ish. So that's 2.5 cans right there. So, and of course I got the corkscrew or the adjuster hanging up there from the deer hanger, which I still have to remove from the ceiling. So it doesn't look too bad. Now the thing is about this stuff, it becomes kind of like a hard rubber coating, so it shouldn't technically chip or peel. I didn't use any primer. I always found this stuff worked best directly on bare metal. If you use primer or any kind of base paint, then chances are the primer will peel off before this stuff peels off, which means this stuff comes off with the primer or paint. So I'm not going to be painting the front end of the tractor. I'm going to be keeping all that original. Or this. I'm not going to be doing that. So I got to kind of straighten out a few spots on it. I'm just going to put it on top of the vise, give it a couple good whacks with the hammer. I still got to polish the ends of this here. There's no major grooving in there. That's the center shaft that holds the actual snowblower together, like that inside it. So I'm going to polish that. I'm going to grease it up with some kind of decent winter grease. I checked the chain out. The chain's not stretched. So this is the tensioner they had. So all it is a bearing. So I'm guessing there used to be a wheel that used to be attached to it that probably broke off. So the wheel probably fell apart. So I'm going to actually just pick up a tensioner kind of along the lines of this, just for a pulley. And I'm going to use that just to tension the chain. I know even at Princess Auto they have ones made for chains. So I just got to kind of look at what size sprocket that is, what size chain, and see what I can find. So today I'm going to put all that back together, mount it back on the tractor, and yeah, see what I can do. It's already, looks to be about 7 o'clock. About 7 o'clock right now. It's Sunday, so I got to work in the morning, so better get off my butt and start putting this back together. Sweet.